I'm gonna make him an offer again.
All the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. You can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
That's where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome. Round 2 of the Pick'em tournament is here. We are here to decide the matchups. Not as exciting first round as we would have hoped, but when your first round is not that exciting, that means your second round will be more exciting because the teams handled business in the first round, so now the Pick'em is here. The remaining teams tonight will be Judgment City as the 1 seed, Back to Formula, the 2 seed, Blame Canada being the 3rd seed, the 5th seed, your Milwaukee Beers, the Avanti Brothers, 7th, Tequila Mockingbird, the 10th, Annexation of Puerto Rico, the 11th, and then Sam and Tom, 12, pulling the upset, I believe, in the first round, but they handled their business. So each team will be able to be picked, or they'll get to do the picking if a team can't make it by a representative. First up, representing Judgment City, it's Caleb Bowman. Caleb, hello. So just to get the elephant out of the room, for the pick'em, a lot of people in the community had some issues with your choice for the first round. But what I tell everybody, be the number 1 seed and you can pick whoever the hell you want. So if you got a problem with it, beat them and become the number 1 seed so you can do it. So you wanted a fun match in your first round. You handled business, close match, probably one of our closest matches of round 1 with Kelly and Mike. So what is your thoughts going into round 2?
You know what? I don't know what people are talking about. The whole time, they just said, I want to play a fun team. And, so that's just what we've been doing this whole time is that, I wanted to be...
He doesn't want to play a fun team. That ain't right. And that is why, hey, I'm here to make Caleb tougher. I'm here to make him stronger. I'm here to make him buffer.
You're going to say this?
This is an easy team. He doesn't want a fun match. I'm going to make him fight for this, and we're going with Tequila Mockingbird.
All right. Tequila Mockingbird, thank you so much. Not that he had any choices on that matter, apparently. Eli Boatman returning has a mustache now, looks way jacked. So things have changed over the time frame. Maybe take Bowman to the gym instead of beating him up on screen. But we'll bring. Thank you so much. We'll get to your opponents in here right quick. All right, we have one member of Tequila Mockingbird here. Unfortunately, Bowman did not get a choice in this manner. His cousin Eli Boatman came and kicked his ass and said that he wants to make him tougher. He has showed up jacked. He has a mustache now. Things have changed. But you're playing Judgment City. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're thoroughly expected to lose this match, just like we are expected to lose all of our matches. And I don't think it'll hurt our pride or ego at all to do so. But just on the off chance, the slimmest of margins, that we do come out on top. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, so I think Boatman is currently dead. So I can't wait to see you in round 2. You'll probably spin Bond, make it more competitive than you maybe thought you would. And yeah, so. All right, we have our first matchup. We have Judgment City versus Tequila Mockingbird. Out of Boatman and Jeremy's hands, Eli Boatman made that call for them, so no one can get mad at them tonight. But I guess somebody will still find a reason to probably be mad at them. Next up, number 2 in this tournament, it is Jake Marangoni, Mark Menchaca. They do not have a guarantee person that they've called out 4 different times to say, hey, this is the person I want. They handled their business in the first round. Mark, you work here. I could tell you who's available, or do you guys? I'm assuming you know who you want. So, who you
Mark,
playing in round 2?
Mark, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll do it. I guess we don't. I at least for me, I really wanted to call out somebody that we hadn't played before, which honestly narrows it down quite a bit because we played everybody like at least once. But yeah, I really wanted to play someone who hadn't played before. Also, who I felt like could probably beat us. Who I feel like it is shown like some really strong showings like in the past. So I mean, it's gonna look weird because their ranking is like I think it's a little bit what's the word? Not what you think. So we wanted to see Sam and Tom in here. Bring in Sam and Tom.
Sam and Tom. Wow, interesting matchup. I think the classic conversation anytime Sam and Tom loses, we're like, man, damn, like they're so much better than the record currently says. Proved in their last match that they played in round 2. Don't know if you both watched that, but they handled business pretty handily against two players that I think are really good, Scott Harvey and Jacoby Bancroft. So didn't share again, you guys have I think based on the ranking, they are the lowest ranked in this thing. But I think you guys can get okay with that because you did pull out the 4th ranked team last time. So you didn't take any cheap shots that time. So I don't think anybody will have a problem with this pick.
We
I'm
were
really
so
excited for this matchup.
motivated for round 1 that it's going to be less stressful, less anxious about who we're calling out in round 2.
All right. Well, here he is, one member of Sam and Tom. It is Tom. Tom,
Hello.
you've been called out. Jake Marangoni,
all right.
Mark Menchaca would like to play you and Sam in a team's match. Thoughts?
Mark was my former teammate in a tournament once. We lost gloriously. I'm excited for one of us to lose again.
Nice. Great performance in your first round match. You guys handled business. I think this is
I assume
probably,
they didn't see our first match yet. Otherwise, they would not have called us out.
that's my thought process as well, Tom. But we will see you both in round 2. Good luck. Who are you guys wanting to play today? Your remaining picks are your Milwaukee Beers, Avanti Brothers, and Annexation of Puerto Rico. Who you want?
All right, Eric, you go for it. It was fine. It was Eric's. We actually kind of argued which one we would want, and Eric finally convinced me. So Eric, you go with that.
I'd say I want neither, but that's the options there are. So I'm trying to remember what we came up with.
Team we haven't played before. We decided to go to the one we haven't played before in any capacity whatsoever.
I mean, you have, so that would be a lie, but there's only so much you can do. We're going with Annexation of Puerto Rico. Is that a mistake? Definitely, but that should be fun. They are great guys. We're going to lose.
Okay.
Maybe not.
So I have Robert backstage, member of Annexation of Puerto Rico. Robert, how do you feel about playing Canada?
It's a terrible country. I don't.
The whole
no redeeming.
Yeah, we suck.
No, it's. I mean, if you looked at the draws, it's funny because at the bottom we know that David and I will never get a chance to call anybody out now, as far as we go, because it's just not going to happen. So, looking at the schedules, looking at who was there, this was the one that made the most sense. It's a good draw. I like it. I think it's good for everybody. I think it's good for the matchup, and I don't want to lose to maple syrup suckers. So we're
you make that sound like it's a bad thing. All right, sucking maple syrup. I'm proud of it. All right, it's a compliment.
Do it.
Thank you.
I have diabetes.
Whoa,
so that's an insult.
This is getting far too personal for this match. We will see you both in round 2. Can't wait for that. And here we are. These two teams, no one called out. No one wanted to play them. So they get to meet in the final matchup. It will be your Milwaukee Beers versus the Avanti Brothers. And Redshaw. Overall, how y'all feeling about your matchup?
Well,
go ahead, Kirk.
I was going to say, we sat down and did some math, and we figured it was a very long shot that we would get to make a pick. And we thought this was one of the likely outcomes. So, yeah, not surprised, but excited to play.
Cameron? Yeah. I mean, we talked about it beforehand. We were like, this is probably what's going to happen. And you know what? It'll be fun. So.
I don't know. Maybe these guys are due. I don't know. Like, I caused Redshaw to leave for a year. I broke up Kirk's last team. And this is just me. This is just the A player of your Milwaukee Bears. I have a shit player I carry that's going to be in this match, too. Don't forget about Will Cohen, former champion for some reason. I'm not a champion. I suck, apparently. But don't worry. More misery coming your guys' way whenever we play.
Hey, I'm just going to say, if you would have taken advantage of breaking me and Bar up, get in line. Because there are a lot of teams who could take responsibility for that.
I'm not even teams. I'm just taking sole responsibility for it. Because I broke Bar and Miscellaneous long before you guys had your downfall as bullets. But I do like these guys. But these guys are both really nice guys. Let me be John for a second. These are both really nice dudes. I like both of them. If next time I go out to Pittsburgh, I got to make a point to visit Kirk. I've been sorely remiss. My son wrestles a lot out there, and I should have reached out sooner, Kirk. I apologize.
That's okay. You're busy.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'll put my hat back on. Be an asshole again. Iowa does suck, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't bother.
Yeah.
No, that's totally fair. Yeah. Both of our states not great. But this is their matchup. Can't wait to see both teams in round 2. Good luck. Green rooms will be starting soon. So
good luck,
y'all. Have a good night.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.